So a new lawsuit was filed today against WhatsApp and by extension Meta, alleging something insane. They're saying that WhatsApp actually has no end-to-end encryption. I also found something else that's quite interesting that I think we should take a look at. You're watching This Brand Geek? Let's get into the video. So first things first, I think we should take a look at an article. This article is from PC Mag, and we'll take a brief look at this and see what the plaintiffs are actually saying about WhatsApp not actually being encrypted. They make some wild claims here, and I think we should all pay attention to what they're saying. Now, of course, this is all alleged, nothing has been proven, but I did find something else that, of course, we'll take a look at right after this. So this PC Mag article has the headline, "Lawsuit alleges that WhatsApp has no end-to-end encryption." The lawsuit cites courageous whistleblowers, but provides no technical evidence. WhatsApp's parent company Meta calls the claim absurd and warns that it plans to countersue. Now, if we drill down into the article a little bit, the lawsuit was filed in the San Francisco US District Court on Friday and comes from a group of users based in countries such as Australia, Mexico, and South Africa. Now, here's the crazy bit. As evidence, the lawsuit cites unnamed courageous whistleblowers who allege that WhatsApp and Meta employees can request to view a user's messages through a simple process, thus bypassing the app's end-to-end encryption. A worker need only send a task, i.e. request via Meta's internal system, to a Meta engineer with an explanation that they need access to WhatsApp messages for their job. The Meta engineering team will then grant access, often without any scrutiny at all, and the worker's workstation will then have a new window or widget available that can pull up any WhatsApp user's messages based on the user's ID number, which is unique to a user but identical across all Meta products. Once the Meta worker has this access, they can read users' messages by opening the widget. No separate decryption step is required. The 51-page complaint adds, the WhatsApp messages appear in widgets commingled with widgets containing messages from unencrypted sources. Messages appear almost as soon as they are communicated, essentially in real time. And this bit's scary. Moreover, access is unlimited in temporal scope, with Meta workers able to access messages from the time users first activated their accounts, including those messages users believe they have deleted. The article then goes on to say the lawsuit does not provide any technical details to back up the rather sensational claims. WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption has long been a major selling point. It means that Meta can't decrypt and read your messages. The encryption keys are only stored on the devices that send and receive the messages. Now, saying that, I found something out just by looking at my WhatsApp a little while ago, which I did post on social media. What you may not have noticed in your WhatsApp settings is that the backups are not encrypted by default. You have to turn that on. So dig into your WhatsApp settings. I'll try to include something on the screen right now without giving away my phone number. And if you drill down into those settings, you will find a toggle to enable encryption on your backup. I suggest everyone does this because if you're backing up all of your WhatsApp chats, which are encrypted on device apparently, then the backup itself is not encrypted. So your chats are encrypted, but then you back up the whole lot to your cloud service without encryption. So what's the point? So just a quick side note, make sure you encrypt your WhatsApp backups. Let's get back to the article and then we'll go into the other interesting thing that I found. So Meta responded by saying any claim that people's WhatsApp messages are not encrypted is categorically false and absurd. WhatsApp has been end-to-end encrypted using the Signal protocol for a decade. This lawsuit is a frivolous work of fiction and we will pursue sanctions against plaintiffs. But the lawsuit itself, however, accuses Meta of trying to prevent the truth from coming out by imposing onerous non-disclosure agreements on its workers, essentially threatening the full force of one of the world's richest companies if any of these individuals dared reveal what goes on behind closed doors at the company. These efforts have now failed, but they worked for many years by obscuring the truth. Now, many of you may not know this, but a few months ago, the former head of WhatsApp security actually filed his own suit against Meta and WhatsApp, and that's the interesting that I found, which I think we should take a look at. So check this out. This is really actually very interesting. So right here on your screens is the lawsuit. So the plaintiff in this lawsuit is Atullah Baig. Now, he is the former head of security at WhatsApp. So as you can see here, there's a demand for a jury trial. It's him versus Meta Platforms, and the main complaint is for violations of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002. Now, Sarbanes-Oxley is a bit of a headache. I dealt with it when I used to work for BT. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. There is something else really interesting in this which I need to show you. So if we scroll down a little and we go to factual allegations, this is where we can see what allegations the former head of security at WhatsApp is alleging. So if we scroll down a little further, here we have the initial discovery where he's talking about Sarbanes-Oxley violations and other SEC violations, one of which was this, where he raised concerns with his supervisor about compliance issues and what data WhatsApp was collecting, where and how it was storing the data, and who had access to it. And all of those issues that he had that he reported to his supervisor were all ignored apparently. But if we go down further, we get to one of the most interesting bits that I found. Okay, so Mr. Baig prepared a comprehensive pre-read document detailing WhatsApp cybersecurity deficiencies for a follow-up meeting. On September 8th, 2022, Mr. Baig shared with the meeting attendees this document, which identified 6 critical cybersecurity failures that violated the 2020 privacy order and potentially constituted securities fraud. So, failure to inventory user data. WhatsApp lacked a comprehensive list of all user data elements collected, violating disclosure requirements under California Consumer Privacy Act, European Union GDPR, and the 2020 Privacy Order's mandate for comprehensive privacy programs. But the most interesting one is this: unrestricted data access. Approximately 1,500 engineers had unfettered access to covered information under the 2020 privacy order without business justification, violating FTC requirements for access controls, limiting employees with documented business need. WhatsApp lacked systems to monitor user data access, preventing detection of suspicious activity and violating the 2020 privacy order's requirements for comprehensive privacy program protection. And then it goes on to talk about other things. But the reason I wanted to highlight that bit was because this kind of goes hand in hand with what the new lawsuit is alleging. The new lawsuit is alleging that WhatsApp employees can simply request to view someone's WhatsApp message history, and then someone from the admin team can simply grant them access, and then they can look at every message you've ever sent on WhatsApp since you signed up. I don't think it's a coincidence that we've got the former head of WhatsApp saying what he's saying in court a few months ago and what Meta and WhatsApp are actually being sued for today. It can't be a coincidence, and if it is, it makes me feel uneasy about using WhatsApp and Meta platforms. I mean, this isn't the first time Facebook has been called into question about their privacy policies and breaches of the public's trust. So in my opinion, is WhatsApp fully end-to-end encrypted? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know, because there is that old saying, there is no smoke without fire, and this is a lot of smoke. So I think all we can do right now is wait and see what happens with these trials and if they actually get to trial in the first place. And then we can look at all the discovery and everything and see exactly what evidence these people have against WhatsApp and Meta for their claim that end-to-end encryption basically just doesn't exist. And if that is the case, then that is a massive breach of user privacy, and everyone on the planet should stop using WhatsApp. But like I said, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, what do you think of all this? Do you trust WhatsApp with your privacy? Do you use apps like Signal or Telegram or XChat, which is kind of new right now, which is fully encrypted apparently and unbreakable according to Elon Musk? Which app is your preferred app for communicating with your friends, ensuring that your messages remain private? Sound off in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on this, because I think this is really interesting, and from here I think it will get even more interesting as we find out more details as to what evidence these guys have against WhatsApp. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, please give it a like and do consider subscribing if you haven't already. You've been watching This Brand Geek. I'll catch you in the next one.